Welcome to the vCard Global Workshop. So happy to have you here on this Labor Day weekend. And we have a great workshop planned today. We're going to build a website for, or I should say we're going to build a vCard, but really, truly, vCard is a website, a personal website about you. That's one of the beautiful features of vCard. We're going to build a great looking vCard today for Pete Schaefer. He is the environmental director of an organization called Surfrider. And they help protect the oceans and the waterways and keep them clean. And it's a lot of surfers who are part of this organization who started it. And Pete's a surfer as well, and he's been involved in this for I think over 20 years now. So we're going to build his card, and today I'm going to show you how, as we build Pete's card, you're going to learn how to build your own vCard, how to market your own business. Everything that I do for Pete is applicable to your business. So we will be adding a video today for this card. We'll be adding an event. We'll also add a donate button. We'll be showing you how you can, send people to create calls to action for people to buy products or to donate to your cause. We'll add a contact form. And so again, thank you so much for joining us today. And let's jump on over to Pete's card here. Okay, so this is what your card looks like when you first start with vCard. Very basic, there's not much information, but honestly, in about 10 minutes, you can turn it into a great looking card that you can start to market your business. I'll show you how quickly we can do that. And we're gonna do a step-by-step process. It's very straightforward, anyone can do it. And then the second part of the workshop, I'm going to go into some more advanced features. I'm going to show you how you add additional pages to your vCard, how you add videos to your vCard, how you can add events, like I said, contact forms, and so forth. First thing I'm going to do, though, to update this card is there's a handy link at the bottom of everyone's card. Right at the very bottom, it says the owner link. And if you click on that, it takes you to the vCard Global login. You log in here with your username and password, and this will take you into the vCard Global back office. From the vCard Global back office here, you can see that you've got, if you're new to vCard and you've just signed up and you're trying it out, I just want to point out here, when you're ready to upgrade, we have got some packages here. You can get 2 vCards plus an additional marketing card to market a vCard business. And the reason you need that is because you're participating in the shared revenue plan. Yeah, you can earn money just by sharing your card, your business, with other people. And when you do that, people are naturally interested in how do I get a card like that. So if you're interested in this, it's $129 a year. If you want to, if you need just 2 vCards, it's $99 a year. And if you only need 1 vCard, it's $59 a year. So it's a great price, and lots of value here that you'll see shortly. To get into your vCard and start editing it, right over here, there's this button, this sort of blue button over here on the right-hand side. Let's click on the vCard editor button, and it will take us to what's called our dashboard. When you're new to vCard, your dashboard will just have 1 card in it, and it may also take you directly into what we call the vCard wizard, okay? And the vCard wizard is that step-by-step process. You'll see that in a second. I have some additional cards because I use this as my demo account. So I'm going to click on the card that I want to edit. And then on this page here, I want you to look here. There's a big blue button that says Setup Wizard. So if for some reason you have to click through, look for the Setup Wizard. This is the first step in vCard, is going through the Setup Wizard. It builds the card for you. So I'm going to click on that. And there we're going to start the process. In step 1, we're going to add our contact information. In step 2, we're going to add all of our social media. We're also going to aggregate our important links. We're going to upload a photo and a logo, if you have a logo, and then we're going to choose our design. So let's get started. All right, so some information will automatically be here. It will have transferred over from the sign-up process. And then you can just add in your email address Add in the name of your company or organization, your job title, your address. I've got his address here. I'm going to just copy and paste that over. Now, one thing to note about the address is if you work from home, you may not want people to know, your home address. So, and that's fair. It makes absolute sense that you won't want people to have your home address. So you can just leave this blank here. Now, we've got some privacy features that are coming out shortly, which will allow you to leave that home address and decide who sees it, whether it's public or private. And if you decide that it's going to be private, then you can decide who in your vCard contacts can see it. So you can say, okay, well, these colleagues, I'm happy to give them my home address. These friends, these family members obviously can have my home address. So that's a new feature that's coming out here shortly. I'm excited about that. But in the meantime, if you don't want people to see your home address, just leave that off, but at least put the city, the state, the country, the region, just so people know where, in the world you are. It gives them a little sense. And if you have a physical address where people come and see you at, you also want to click this Show Map It button. And the reason why you want the Show Map It button is it will add a button to your vCard that says Map It right next to the address. When someone clicks on that button, it will use the navigation technologies in the phone so that that person, it pulls up the map and it just says, here, let's go. And it will navigate them directly to your location. So it's very nice and handy. You want to make sure you have the Map It button feature. And then I'm going to put in my website here, surfriders.org. The other thing that I should point out here too is all of this information, anytime you change this information, it's updated with anyone who has your vCard. So it's very convenient. So let's say here that your phone number changes. If you change your phone number here, whoever has your vCard will also have your updated phone number. It will update in the vCard Global Contact Manager app as well. And so this is another reason why vCard is so powerful, is it gives people your most current information. And, people will move around. I mean, I know everybody does. I can't tell you how many business cards I have where you go back to that paper card and you call the person on there and they don't work there anymore, right? Or that number has changed or something has changed on there that's not correct anymore. So vCard, your vCard is for life. It will follow you for your entire career through multiple, jobs, multiple locations, multiple companies that you may be involved in. That's one of the beauties of vCard. You can use it for forever. The other thing that we have here is this is the phone number. I do want to point out here, as you can see, that there are no dashes, and this is kind of hard to read. You could just add a few dashes, make this so that people can read your phone number. And we can add additional phone numbers here. I'm also going to add his fax number here. Just going to copy and paste that over here and make sure there's some dashes there. This will become a click-to-call phone number as well. All of the phone numbers, actually, you can click on them directly from the card and it'll automatically call them, if you're on a phone, of course. Let's continue to the next page. And in this next section here, we're going to aggregate all of your social media and your chat profiles and everything about you in one place. Another thing about vCard is we create some efficiency in your business by putting all these things in one place. You'll be surprised that you can just send people to your vCard now when you have things that you want to discuss with, that they need to find. So for example, here I'm going to put his LinkedIn profile. To grab it, you go to the LinkedIn profile. I do this always on a computer. It's so much easier than a tablet or a mobile phone. I like to build these on a computer. We are working on parts of the system are mobile, but it's not 100% mobile. So your best experience is on a desktop computer at this point. We are working on a mobile because we know that's important, but still, either way, I always prefer working on a desktop computer, or in this case, I'm on a laptop. And you want to highlight that entire URL path. You're going to right click and copy that. And then let's go back over to our editor here. And we're going to look for LinkedIn, and we can right click and paste that URL there. He also has a Twitter account. I'm going to right click and copy his Twitter account and go back over here to the editor. I'm going to find Twitter and paste that in. We've got over 16 different social media that can be added here as well. And I know he's got some more too. I think he's got Facebook and Instagram too, so I could go back and add those in here. The Reach Me Online profiles, this is your communication profiles. And, you know, we use these communication profiles more and more, such as WhatsApp and Skype, you know, especially if you're doing international business. You can put your WeChat ID in here, your Zoom meeting ID, your join.me, you know, meeting ID as well. Again, to create efficiency in your business, put all of this in one place so people can easily find out how to communicate with you. You're talking to someone and you say, yeah, meet me on Skype. Yeah, my Skype ID is on my, you know, how many people remember what their Skype ID is? I always forget mine, or people, you know, and they have to look it up sometimes. Well, it's on your vCard, you know, or someone says, meet me on Skype. I just go to their vCard and I can find their Skype ID. So yeah, use the Reach Me Online. This is a great place to do that. And then we have the important links section. The important links section creates efficiency in your business, makes it easy for people to find things. If you're a real estate agent, I always give this example, but I think this really shows you the power of the important links section. You can put in here, let's say I want to put in my residential listings, okay? And then I can say I want to add a link here to Redfin. Now, we also have real estate agents who will actually put the full address in, like 5 bedrooms, you know, 3 baths or whatever, and then they'll have a link directly to that listing. As you saw here, you can add, use this plus sign to add another entry here. And I'm going to also add commercial listings. So these will show up right there on the bottom of your vCard. Nice and convenient for people to find them. The portfolio, this is fabulous for contractors, artists, of course, anyone who has work that they do that they want to show. Architects have used this as well. You just put in a link to, you know, view my, you know, my kitchen and baths, and then you have a link to maybe your Flickr account with all the pictures from your kitchen and baths that you've remodeled. The book now is for those with online appointment schedulers. We've got lots of people who are using third-party appointment schedulers, like such as like Schedulicity, and I mean the list goes on and on. You just have to search online appointment scheduler and you can find one that meets your needs. And you just put a call to action, like, you know, book an appointment online. That's all. And then you would put the link here, you know, to your link to your booking engine with your specific URL. The same is true here for shop online. You can put your eBay store, your Etsy store. You can put your whatever it is. You know, if you're a distributor for more than one product, you could put your distributor stores here, especially if they're not conflicting. It makes sense. You know, I've seen people do that. So this is for you to list your stores. Oh, I got that wrong here. I put the purchase my book and the appointment online. Let's move that back up here. It's like, where's the books? So the book section 2 is for authors, and the book section is for anyone who's like a teacher or coach or any sort of books that they want their clients to have. You can list all the books here, and then you can put links to them, and they could be your affiliate links, you know, so you could earn revenue off when people purchase those books. Again, this is just a really handy place to put all your links in one place, all your books. And then finally, we have the please support here. So, you know, that's pretty straightforward. Donate to Surfriders. You can have any type of, you know, so I'm going to put like donate to Surfriders, and then I'll put the link here to Surfriders donation page. I've used this for like school fundraisers, even where there's a temporary fundraiser going on. I'll put that on here, and then I'll tell the family, well, it's on the vCard, you know, here's the link to it. And anyone I talk to, colleagues, you know, coworkers or whatever, I'll be like, oh yeah, you can donate to, you know, so-and-so's, you know, if you want to help out, you can go and donate here. It's on my vCard. And, you know, you can put church organizations here, any nonprofits you support, whatever, you know, whatever, interests you that you want to promote, this is a great place to put that. So let's add here the give page. We can just grab that here. And then I can put, let's go back here to my page, back to the editor, and I can paste that information in. Great. Now I'm going to continue to the next section. Oh, additional sites. That's just for sites that don't fit up here. And sometimes you do run into things that you want to add here. So you can add those links here, and they will also be added to your vCard. And let's continue. And here we're going to add our photo. So I am going to click on Add, Edit My Picture, and I'm going to upload a photo for Pete. Now, the photo is important. It is important that you add a photo. People don't always remember names, but they always remember a face. You know, that's proven that your face is a really important thing. And a business card with your face on it is just so much more personal. This photo that you're adding is going to show not only here on your card, but it's also going to show when you share your card. So when you text your card to someone, that photo will show up in most cases on the text message itself. It comes through as what's called a multimedia message, and that photo is on that message. So that's really cool. When you send your vCard to someone, they see the photo and they see the link to the vCard. It also shows up in the email. When you email your vCard to someone, when you email them either through the card itself or the vCard Global mobile app, it sends an automatic message with your photo. And this photo is shown in the vCard Global mobile app. It's also downloaded. It can be downloaded into the card when you download directly from either the app or from the card itself. So important, get your photo up there. And again, when you update it, it updates everywhere too. So that's kind of nice. Let's add a logo as well. We're going to upload the Surfrider logo here. And that looks good. We'll save that. And then we're going to continue to the design section. So I want to show you, we've been able to build here a nice little card for him. And actually these colors actually probably work pretty well. But this is where we can have fun. This is where you can go through, and when you click on one of these little rectangles, it gives you a choice of colors. You can go through, and when you click on the colors, it changes the button colors here that you see. So I'm going to click on like the classic black, and you can see I have different color choices here. We have a bold template. We have the swoosh. We have so many to choose from. There's just a lot of different designs here. And you can have a lot of fun with them. There's different button styles as well. So you find the one that you like best, okay? And then you pick the colors that you want. And there's lots of them that I could choose from. Let's just see here. The black is kind of nice. I don't usually do black, but I think that probably the white is a better one for him. So let's just choose that, and I can change it later, of course, too. And that blue did seem to match everything, so I'm going to go with that for now. And you can see how these buttons come up. That's really nice, isn't it? Just nice and easy to find, and so that makes a nice presentation there. I'm going to click the Finish button, and that ends the wizard. Takes me back into the vCard editor. So now this card is published and out there. Everyone can see it. Okay, it's live. But now I can go and I can start adding more information. Like I told you, this is where the second part of it is where we do some more advanced things. I'll show you. We'll add a video. We're going to add an event. We'll add his bio. Okay, and I am recording this, so if you have any questions, if I move too fast, you can always go back to this recording and follow through. I have lots of videos too, help videos that I've created to help you on very specific things as well. Let's go here. Now I'm going to point out something very important here. I've talked a little bit about the vCard Global mobile app. Well, when you first sign up, you should have received this welcome message, and there would be a download to the vCard Global mobile app. And in order to set up the vCard Global app, you need your vCard name, and his vCard name is Pete Demo, okay? You need your vCard name, and you need your security code. The vCard name with the security code logs you into the app. And this is important because if you were to get a new phone, you could log into that phone with the same vCard name and security code, and all of your information is there. All of your contacts have been saved for you, all of your notes, any groups that you've set up, any sort of customized messages that you use. There's lots of customization you can do with the app. And all of those things have been saved for you in the vCard Global Mobile app. So that's why you want to reuse that vCard name and security code. And sometimes people get confused because they have multiple cards. You know, they have like 2 or 3 cards, which is great. You can have that many cards for different businesses. But you always want to reuse when you set up the app again. You want to stick with 1 card and 1 security code. All of the cards you can share from the app. You can have your card, you can have a spouse's card, you can have a secondary business card that you have for yourself. All of those cards can go into the app, and all of those cards can easily be shared from the app, just like your main card. You can share it for people, you can text it to people with a customized message, you can email it to people. So that's all there. And just wanted to make sure that y'all saw that there. The next thing I want to point out down here is something we've launched just recently. Oh, it's not on this page, so I will come back to that. I'm going to come back to the short codes. I'll take you through the next steps here. So we saw the editor homepage here. The next tab here is the contact info. This is a quick and easy way for you to update your contact information. Again, anytime you make a change to your contact information, anyone who has your card will have the most updated information. Here's your social media links, and here you can update your picture and your logo. On design and color, you can change your design out, try something new. And then on the 4th tab over, this is the page editor. This is the real power of vCard. This is where we're actually building a personal website, a personal portal all about you. So vCard is made out of pages. When you start, you just have a home page. So it's made out of pages and blocks. These items here are the blocks. And then over here on the right-hand side, this is how you view what you've done, all of the work that you've done on your card. So I'm going to add some pages here. I'm going to say about Pete. And you can see here, I'm just clicking on this little blue button that says add a page. And I'm going to say about surf riders. I can say events. I can say contact. Now, these are my pages over here. You manage your pages here. If you want to reorganize your pages, these up and down arrows allow you to move pages up and down. If you need to change the name of the page, you can click on the page that you want to change, and you can say, let's say you want to say like about Peter. You click change name, and as you see here, it changes the name of the page, okay? You have the ability to delete a page if you need to. You have the ability to copy a page. So if you've got lots of good information and you want to kind of change it short, you know, slightly, sometimes people will set up a template. You can copy that page and rename it. You also have the ability here to add an external link, okay? Maybe I'll show you how to do that. So we can add a page here, do a page to surf riders, or I could say donate. Okay, if I can spell donate. So I say donate, all right, so that's a page here. And then when I click on this is actually, that symbol means a chain link. You click on that, it says add the URL, and then I can have a direct link to this join page, you know, where you can donate. I just grab that entire URL, right click, copy that information. I bring it back over here, right click and paste, and then I apply. And we've just added a link. So on this page, you'll see that when I publish, that goes to that page. And then the final thing here is this ability to hide a page. You use the change, it hides the page so no one can see it when you've published it. And the reason you use that is 2. One is you're working on a page, and your rest of your site looks great, and you want to publish it, but you're still not done with this page, you got stuff to do. You publish it, you hide the page you don't want people to see. They don't see that page until, and then you unhide it. You just click unhide when you're ready for people to see it. The other thing is for like an event. Let's say you have a seasonal event. You know you're going to have it next year or next quarter, but you don't want it up right now. Well, you just hide it. You hide it, and then you change it and bring it back when you do want it. So that's a little overview of the pages. Now we're going to add some content. The first thing I like to do is I like to add video to the home page. If you've got a video of yourself, if you've got a video about your organization, video is just a powerful marketing tool, and really helps you get your message get your message across. So let's add a video now. We're going to say add new video block. And here are the blocks that we can add. The ones we're going to look at today are your text block, your image block, the photo gallery slideshow, works like the image block, and we have the ability to add a video. Let's click on the video. We're going to add the embed code for a video, and I like this video here. What are you fighting for? This is a Surfrider promo video. We are on Vimeo, right? Vimeo works the same way, guys, as YouTube, all right? What we're looking for is the share button, and they have a little share button right here. I'm going to click on the share button. And then I am going to grab the embed code here. There's a whole bunch of code here. You want to get all of that code, every single piece of it, okay? You can click on the show options here. Let's see here. It does allow you to decide whether or not you want like a byline on here or not, whether you want the title or not. So you can turn things on or off, right? And I am going, whether you want to show a text link underneath this video, I'll say I can turn that off if I don't want that there. And then you grab that entire embed code and you want to copy it, okay? You got it. If you don't get the entire code, you'll be broken. You'll be like, what's going on here? Why isn't it working? Just realize if it's broken, it's probably because you didn't copy the entire code. You missed something there, a little character. And then you come back over here, you right click and you paste that code in there, you click add. And so now we've got the Surfrider Foundation video. This is great. It's a minute-long video. Your videos, you know, ideally are short like that as well. You can do a personal video. If you're selling a product, you know, or you're representing a product, I recommend doing a personal video of, you know, who you are and why you're representing this product and what it means to you, what your value offering is. That creates a connection to people. You know, Pete should have a little video on his card that says, you know, how long he's been with Surfriders, why he's a part of Surfriders, and, you know, and why it's important for people to get involved, you know, in saving the oceans, you know, working with him. So video is just a really important and powerful way for you to communicate your message, and I can't stress enough how it will help you in your business, and it works great on vCard. vCard and videos go together. We know that people will watch your video on their phone. It's just a proven fact that is just becoming a trend here. The other thing I want to show you here is if this picture is a little too big for you, you can come over here. You see here in the bottom corner, there's this little, you can take the bottom corner, you can resize any picture that you see in here. So resize that to the picture size that you want, okay? And that's what you do with a photo. Let's add some more information. I'm going to click on the About Peter page here, and I'm going to add some more information about him. I'm going to add a new block, and this time I'm going to add a text block with a little bio about him. So I like to write up my text ahead of time. I usually put it in a Word doc. I do all my typing here. That way, if for some reason the internet goes down or my session timed out while I was working on my card, something like that happens, I won't lose my text, okay? I don't want you to ever lose it. So I'm going to grab this text here, right click and copy it from Word, bring it back over here. And sometimes I just clicked in the middle of this here, right clicked in the middle, and it didn't give me the paste. But in Firefox, if you go right at the top, usually you right click, we usually give you the paste option. I don't know why it's not, oh, there it goes. Okay, it gave me the paste option. So sometimes you have to click a few times for that. This is just a browser thing. Different browsers are different, and I use Firefox, and this is what it does. I also use the keys, like, I don't know if you're used to Control V as in Victor. Control V as in Victor is a shortcut to paste, okay? And that always works. So for some reason you're having an issue, write that down, Control V as in Victor. It's a really nice way to paste information. Excuse me. So we've got this paragraph about him, and you can create a little headline for the paragraph if you want. I usually just highlight the text, and then, you know, we've got all these tools to format the text here. I'm going to use this one called Formats Heading. I'm going to click on Heading 1. And, you know, when you write for the web, it's nice to put it in nice little small blocks like this. Also use bullet points. You want to make it so that people can easily read the text that you have. People will do things too. They'll highlight important things in bold. It's just a nice way to really create some content about yourself so people can easily scan the page and read it. So we've got a paragraph about Pete here. I also want to add another photo about him, create some interest. So I'm going to click on image here, and I'm going to upload an image of him. We've got one with his surfboard. Okay. And I had to name that photo. I want to show you something when you're adding a photo. You can also link a photo to an external page. So I could link this to, you know, another page about Pete, or I could link this to, you know, Surf Riders Organization. I also have a list of all the internal pages. So you can link a photo to an internal page if you want as well. And then you could also give it a caption. I'm going to click Save here. And that page looks pretty good. Now, if you wanted to move around these blocks, you see these up and down arrows? It works just like the pages. You can move blocks up and down, okay? So I always tell people work in lots of little blocks, because that way you can move things around. You can insert pictures in between things. It just makes editing your card so much easier. So let's also add about Surf Riders here. And I'm going to add another text block here. And we'll come back over here. So I've got some text here. I'll show you what I mean. You can take this text here, and I'm going to put that in. Great. Okay. So I can make this, if I want, a heading 1. And then if it's too big, like you can see how I just did that, it makes it, it just changed the fonts of everything here too. So I don't like that. Sometimes you can clear the style and it will just clean up all the text for you. I have already changed that, so I just want to go back to a normal style here. And I can just look through here. Let's see here, there, paragraph. I can go back to paragraph text. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a return here. And then let's try to change this, format this text again. It did it again. All right, let's try one more time. If I change this here. Fun with text editors, eh? And that sometimes happens with your text editor. You kind of have to play with a little bit. It's just, this is normal stuff when you're dealing with these types of text editors. This is a real popular text editor. It's one that you're typically using most other programs as well. It's one of the best text editors out there. But even with one of the best text editors out there, you can see that it also has, you know, it's a little tricky. You kind of have to play with it a bit. All right, so I bolded that, and I'm just trying to make a little bit of formatting here, making something look interesting and good. And then once you think you've got something that may look good here, you can click Add and see how it actually looks on the live site, okay? And if I'm not happy with the way it's wrapping over there, I can just maybe make this a little smaller point size. Let's see, I'll make it 14 point. There, that's a little bit better. And now I'm going to add some more content too. So I want to add here another video, because like I said, video is also really interesting. So we've got another video here from Vimeo. I can grab the embed code here, and then I can just kind of grab that entire code. I'm going to right click and copy that code, right click and paste that code in here. So I'm really trying to tell a story here about Surfriders. I can add another image here too. So I can add this image here, you know, picture of someone surfing here. Looks, I guess, some bottles over here too. Can add that. So you can see here, I'm building a story. I've got a picture here, I've got some text, I've got my video here. And then what I'm going to do at the bottom is I'm going to create what I call a call to action, which is I'm going to add a donate information. So I'm going to add a little text about donations here. And I have some text here about how you can donate to Surfriders and where the money goes. And I can make this, I'm going to format this again. I'll try making it a header 1 there. That worked nicely. And I'm going to click add. Now I need to add something that has, like, you know, a way for people to donate. So, you know, sometimes I like to add buttons, and this is something this is my secret, guys. I like to add buttons and create little, like, images for things. So I use the button factory sometimes when I just need to create a quick button. You just write in your text here on the button factory, and then I can actually download that button directly onto my, I'll put it into Pete's folder here. And you can change the color too. I'll just go with the blue that's there. That's the default color, but it actually works just fine with this. So I'm going to add a button, and I'm going to link that button to the donate page on the Surfriders thing here. So I'm going to add a button here. I'm going to click on add new block. And I'm going to say I want to add an image. I'm going to upload my donate button from the button factory. Thank you to Button Factory. That was easy. I'm going to label this donate. And then I'm going to put an external link here. Again, the same one we've used here more than once here. Right click, copy this link, and go back over here, right click and paste. So I've got that there. And I'm going to click save. And that button looks really kind of big and funny there. So I'm going to just kind of play with the sizing of the button until I'm happy with it. I want to make it even maybe, oh, I think that's as big as it gets. That's about as big as that button was. So that's fine. So I've got my donate here. You can see this is all coming together. And the last thing I'll show you here is how we can add an event. So I'm going to click add new block. And let's say he does have an event coming up. So I can say add event here. And it allows you to upload an image for your event. So I'm going to click on upload image. And we've got a fundraising event called Two Coasts, One Ocean. So I can click open. I'm going to name this file. There we go. And then I can title this Two Coasts, One Ocean. And then it's asking me for the date of my event here. It's September 16th. So I'll click on September 16th for my date. Start time is 6 p.m. Okay, and then the venue, well, I don't have the venue name here. I should have it. You would put the total venue name, and then you would put the address of the venue too. So you could put that. This will create actually a map it button for your location. So it's just an address that I have memorized. And you can add this as show map it button. It will create a map it button And then you can add a description about your event as well. And then you can add an RSVP form. So this allows people to say, yeah, I'm coming to your event. And you can gather whatever information. You can say like number of party. You can have comments on here. And then you can say who's going to receive this information. And then you click the add button and we have added an event. Look at that. Isn't that great? So we've added an event. Now I want to say, you know, we've done a lot today. We've done a lot on our card, and anytime you make changes to your card, you need to publish that card. So when you click on, you can see here it says it's red. It says it's unpublished, all right? So we have a Save and Publish tab here. You click on this button over here, Publish, and this will publish it. So anytime you make changes, people cannot see those changes unless you've clicked the Publish button. And I'm going to go back here, and we will take a look at our published card. We'll walk through. Great job, everybody. We've got a nice looking card here for Pete. We've got his about page. That's pretty sweet. We've got about Surfriders, which I really like. We've got information here. We've got a video. We've got a donate, and we've got a donate button. When you click on that donate button, it takes you to the donate page. And then as we talked about earlier, okay, we've got our events as well. So when you complete this events form here, and I guess I can show you real quick how this works. So someone goes in, they fill this out. I submit this. It says it's been submitted. If I come back over here to vCard, on the editor homepage, okay, when you scroll down here, I have my RSVPs. So you can have more than one event going on. You click on View All. You select a form, 2 Coasts, 1 Ocean, and you can see the people who have RSVP. Now, you may not see all the information right here on this form, but when you export it to a CSV, you will see all the information. So you can bring that to the event, all the people who, you know, who said that they were, who were going to join. And so yeah, that's the RSVP function. And then finally, we added an external link, if you remember, for donate. So when I click on this, it should take me out of the site over to Surfriders. But thanks again, everybody, for joining vCard Global Workshop. It's great to have you here. And